Right, everyone, I have a problem. Whenever a discussion about hip-hop comes up, I have to mention Doom. And I'm not talking about the game, not talking about the inevitable death of the world, I'm talking about MF Doom, the least underground rapper. Doom's by far my favourite rap artist. His beats are always fucking mental and different. His flows are always impressive, they're funny. You know, they never fail to take me by surprise. You know, you might spit a bar, and it takes me about a second to realise what you just said, and I'm sometimes left thinking about the cleverness of that line for, you know, sometimes days. So in this video, I thought I'd count down my top favourite Doom bars. There's 11, because I thought of 11, and I couldn't really bring myself to take any off the list. I've been doing a lot of research, quote unquote, listening to a lot of Doom the past couple of days, blasting Doom in my headphones on the bus, blasting Doom at home. Research has never been this much fun. There are no particular order, so here's number 11.
One solar inbred skinhead, a nigga joke, plus a brand new chrome smoker with the triggers broke. I thought I told him fire and pins were separate. He find out later when he tries to go and rep it.
What can I say about this fucking bar, man? I can't say anything, as hasn't been said before. This was actually the bar that made me do this video. You know, I was talking to a friend about him, and he was telling me about how this bar, he painted a picture in his head, and this truly villainous thing to do, you know. But at the same time, it's sort of justified, since he's an inbred skinhead, you know. It's fucking great. It's fucking great. It's just how he paints pictures in words. And as I said, this is the line that made me do this video. So, fuck man, it's just fucking amazing. Next bar. What an analysis. I'm not going to try and explain each line here, just because that'll probably take way too long. So I'm just going to go through my favourite bars in this video. I should have said that at the beginning, I'm fucking stupid. Anyway, next one, fucking go.
Tripping off the beat kinda, dripping off the meat grinder. Heat niner, pimping, stripping, soft, sweet minor. China was a neat sign of trouble with the script digits. Double dip, bubble lip, subtlest midget. Borderline schizo, sorta fine, tits though. Quarter wine, order grind, quarter to 9, let's go.
One of Doom's more famous lines, I think this one played a part in establishing Doom as an arithmetic rapper. You know, he doesn't really rely on hooks to draw the listener in, especially since Meat Grinder is on the early side of Mad Villainy. This will really draw the listener into the entire album. Doom did sort of the same thing on That's That, from Born Like This, which isn't actually on this list, but that song is really made to show off his rap flow skills, I feel like.
Villain get the money like curls, they just trying to get a nut like squirrels in his mad world. Land of milk and honey with the swirls, where reckless naked girls get necklaces of pearls.
Talking about Mad Villainy, this next line is also from Mad Villainy. Curls is on the latter of the first side of Mad Villainy and does the same thing as the Meat Grinder line, where it draws the listener in, but this line also has much more of a message. Doom's take on the world and how humanity is more or less controlled by feelings towards money and sex, and this is really greatly portrayed in this line. Rather than just showing off his flow skills, he also does that as well as send out a message. All of you other rappers are obsessed with money, all of you are obsessed with sex, and overall it's just a great commentary really on the state of rap. Even back when it was released, you know, the poser side of it. And he's just spitting, he's just flowing, and he's just saying, look, this is how it is, this is how I am, and this is how you try to be. So, this is a great line.
On doomsday, ever since the womb till I'm back where my brother went, that's what my tumor say. Right above my government doomulate, either unmarked or engraved, hey, who's to say?
Really, this one is much more of a deep bar. It's quite emotional. For those of you who know a bit more of Doom, you'll probably know his brother was tragically lost in a traffic collision, and knowing this fact puts a lot of emotion into this line. Either unmarked or engraved, hey, who's to say? I think this is Doom's way of saying, I may end up murdered, I may end up living a normal life and dying a normal death, but with this life you never know. Seeing as though his brother was taken from him so suddenly, I think this makes sense to me. I'm going to put up a quote from Doom himself regarding this line, and you can just take a second to read it if you're interested.
I wrote this one in BCDCO section. If you don't believe me, go get bagged and checked in. Cell number 17, I'm under the top bunk. I say this not to be mean, was bad luck a pop junk.
Now this one's one of my personal favourites. Just once again how he paints this picture, and it's so great. The humble brag as well. I wrote this one in BCDCO section. If you don't believe me, go get back and check them. And then he actually says cell number 17 up under the top bunk. I want to know if he actually left something there. That's how much of a picture he paints. I fucking love this. So like I said, this is one of my favourite lines, definitely. And then he goes on to say, I say this not to be mean, wish bad luck a pop junk, which obviously means he doesn't say this to, you know, he's not showing off that he's been to jail. you know, like other rappers do. Once again, sort of sneak dissing other rappers, or he doesn't want to start any shit, you know. he's just stating facts that he did write this one in cell number 17. So great line again. Alright everyone, I'm gonna end this video here. I'm gonna continue the bars in the next video. This has been about 5 minutes long, a minute per bar. I'm gonna try and upload more regularly, you know, pump some more out once every 2 days. I'm gonna try and aim for. So stick around for more. Anyway, see ya.